Hello everybody, it is me again, the gamer from the slaughter, and this is my E3 2019 commentary thing. I'm gonna officially call it that because fuck it. So yeah, let's get started. So I'm gonna put these two together, because honestly, these are gonna be incredibly short. I mean, I don't want them to be incredibly long. I don't know, that really depends. Because I don't know, some of them went to the 2-hour mark. But then that was because I had someone to bounce off with. I don't know, he'll be commenting with me this time. Maybe, maybe not, maybe with someone else. I don't know. I mean, this is sort of a podcast thing anyway. So, just if you're interested, then no matter how long it is, I hope you figure out if you're interested in my opinion. So, this episode is going to be about the Google Stadia and the E3 thing. Let's get the EA thing. Let's get that out of the way, EA. I don't really have much to say about that because every single game they showed I don't really care for. I mean, I noticed the thing about the whole single player thing and the Star Wars thing, and it looks like they're actually going to do that. I'm not sure it's going to stay that way, but then I'm not that much of a Star Wars dude. I don't care how much of a shocker that may be to some, I'm just not. I'm not even a Star Trek dude. Just in general, I'm not that nerdy of a person. I'm mostly a gamer and an anime dude, and mostly but then honestly, I haven't been watching that much anime as of lately. And gaming, I'm more focused on the older stuff. But, doing some catching up, finding some hidden gems and stuff like that. But that's all besides the point. All they showed, I'm not into. I won't lie, the Star Wars thing doesn't look bad. I highly doubt I'll be picking it up. And when it comes to the whole, everything else, I don't care for Apex Legends. I'm not even a Battle Royale guy to begin with. I'm not into Fortnite. I was not into PUBG. Apex Legends, I don't really give that much of a darn for. I swear, if they made a, Legend of Zelda Battle Royale, I probably won't play that. Because one, Legend of Zelda far from needs a Battle Royale. It's nice that they were able to make a Dynasty Wars thing work out of it. Battle Royale, no. I don't know, I'm just not into that. If anything, I'll give it this. The only Battle Royale I am remotely interested in is Tetris. The Tetris 99 thing. I don't know. I'd rather just play solo Tetris, honestly. I may just get it for the 3DS. Because I don't know. I played Tetris when I was a kid. I liked it. I'd like to get that into. But yeah, not into Apex Legends. I watched only as far as the end of that. Because, I don't know, just why not? But all I can say about it is it reminds me of Overwatch, except Battle Royale. Especially with that new character they built and stuff. If you enjoy that sort of thing, well, it looks like you got something nice heading your way, I suppose. Me, I'm gonna miss out on it. Everything else, I don't give that much of a dang for at all. I've never played Battlefield, and Battlefield 5 certainly does not intrigue me in any sort of way. I did not know what they made for it that's new. I stopped watching before they started that. And easily enough, FIFA games, Madden, and all that, I am certainly not into. I don't know, as far as sports go, I like baseball, but I don't know. Let's just say the only baseball video game I ever played and truly enjoyed was Wii Sports and the Super Mario baseball game. That was on Wii. Other than that, I'd rather just play real life baseball. I may not be that active of a dude and whatnot, but I don't know. I still like playing actual real life sports now and then. I suck at basketball. I don't know, depending on who asks, who's playing, I might play too. Soccer. I have a stronger fondness for soccer when I was a kid, but I don't know anymore. It's mainly just baseball and dodgeball for me. I love dodgeball, but again, besides the point. But yeah, everything else I just didn't care for. I don't know if you hear that. I mean, if you hear that in the background, usually it'd be a pleasant sound. I may even take advantage of it, but then I'm trying to record. That sounds pretty nice. Anywho, I just don't know where it's coming from. Aside from just outside. See? Whatever. Back to the topic. So now the rest of this is mainly going to be for the Stadia. I may not have that much to say about that either. This may be a very, very short installment. But I may have, I bet the Xbox or PlayStation or Nintendo will be like an hour long. Aside from that, though, Google Stadia. I probably should have made something of it from the announcement that was made earlier. Well, my thoughts on the Google Stadia. I'm not interested in it, honestly. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm an old school dude. Sort of. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I play all sorts of games in many different ways. I even play card games now. I'm open to card games. Like I was talking about earlier, I'm not against playing some sports. Mainly baseball or dodgeball. Of course, obviously video game, but in that case, yeah, handhelds. I'm even playing mobile games now and then, or I don't know, rarely nowadays. Played a Switch, played PlayStation. I even played PC. I've been playing PC ever since I was a little kid as well. Even board games. Tried to get into trading card games, but I'm no good at it. I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's just a gamer of all trades. Indeed, a jack of all trades, I suppose. You know, if it's a game, I love it. I guess I'm just someone who just loves games in a general concept. And well, I do. Because don't get me wrong, I do love playing games like chess. I miss playing chess. Well, this is all supposed to be about Stadia. But yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is, I don't know. I guess we're just trying to address the, a possible hypocrisy coming from myself in the matter of not being interested in Stadia. But then I don't know, maybe I'm probably being a bit too critical of myself. Because then I don't have anything against the Xbox, but I don't know, aside, like Nintendo, default will always get a Nintendo console. But between Xbox and PlayStation, I usually get the PlayStation because it usually has everything that the Xbox has and more with its own exclusives. And even Xbox exclusives, they're more than likely bound to get ported on the PC and now the Switch. But then it's basically I have no need for I have no need for an Xbox. My PC covers the Xbox. I'm fine with that. But yeah. And yeah, but I know this has nothing to do with the Stadia. What does the Stadia offer? Yeah, I don't know. As far as I don't even know what the thing exactly looks like. If it's like a base thing, like it has like a, not necessarily a console, but like how the Switch has its base. But no, I don't think that's the console itself. I'm sure you probably get what I'm trying to say. Like it has like some kind of, like the Wii U, better example. Like you have the gamepad, but the actual console itself, sort of, kind of. I don't know. But kind of like some base module, like the main module. You need to connect everything, sync everything with, and I'll just go through that and stuff like that. But then, I don't know, if I remember correctly, thinking about it a bit more, recalling a bit more deeply, I think it's more in the case of, it doesn't use anything like that. There is no console, it's mainly the internet. Everything is, like, basically, to say if there was a console, it's at Google's place. But you don't need to go to Google's place to play your games. you can just access it via the internet. I do pay slight attention to what's going on with this console, this new quote unquote console. I can't say it's really for me because I don't know. Again, I guess I'm stuck. I'm in my ways of gaming. Like, I'm fine with downloading games, and then I usually prefer to get them like in physical. Except for the PC, where you rarely ever get a chance to play anything physical on PC. I know there's one service that does, chrono.gg, I think it was. I remember some YouTubers being sponsored by them. I guess that's one way you get your stuff in physical. I don't know, I honestly don't mind it that much, really. But then, I don't know. I guess another reason why I prefer getting physical rather than digital is the matter of space. And I'm no expert and I could be wrong about this, but usually when it comes to downloading a game on like the Switch or the PS4 or PS3, it uses more space than simply using the physical disc. Like, the physical disc would have more data on it. Like, you have some data on it that stays on it, and mainly what you have to put on the console itself is to save data and a few other stuff. Whereas when you download it, there's nowhere else to keep it entirely on the console itself, so it's using more space. I don't know. That's what I think is going on as far as when you download the game. All I know is it's a bit too maybe not too inconvenient, but I'd rather go with, I don't know, I just think getting it physical is just a bit more convenient in that aspect. I don't know. Plus, I think it's just cool. I guess it's that inner collector in me, just getting physical. I just find it more rewarding. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm an old school dude that way. I grew up getting games that way. But yeah. But just having the entirety of your games through the internet. I mean, as far as my whole case of just things being integrated in the internet entirely, just in the general concept, I can't say I'm that big of a fan of that. Because I don't know. I wouldn't really say there's a major reason for that. It's just I don't know, I'm just not into the idea. It just doesn't appeal to me, I suppose. Well, moving on from that, not getting another tangent. Like, overall, well, maybe not overall, but just a quick summation of what I'm trying to talk about so far is the console itself. I can't say I'm really that into it right now. I don't know, because I guess the thing about playing games anywhere, that's just it. That's not usually something I'm really was ever really concerned about. That was never really a massive desire that I had. Because I even have a Nintendo Switch, and yet I don't take that everywhere. I usually like to just keep it at home. But then, honestly, when I go out, like back then growing up, I used to bring something of video game related everywhere with me. Whether it was a PSP, Game Boy Advance, 3DS, DSi, or even if I had a DS or 3DS, if they're not charged or something or they're not working, then I, bring back the Game Boy Advance and play it with me. But nowadays, I just don't really care that much. It's more a matter of, when I get out, it's for the sake of getting out. And so I usually don't bring a game console with me. I don't usually bring a Switch or my 3DS or any of that. I just leave that behind. I'm just out to get out, and to sightsee, to explore, maybe even meet new people, stuff like that. Yeah, amazing how you grow up, huh? Or just how you change when you grow up, I suppose. But yeah. As I was never really concerned about playing games on my phone. I mean, the only games I ever play on my phone are Shin Megami Tensei D2 and Fire Emblem Heroes. But it's been a while since I even opened those up again, mainly because my phone ran out of space, and those games require quite a bit of space themselves with all the updates they get. As far as I understand, I'm not claiming I completely understand what this thing is or how it works. What it's offering, it doesn't really appeal to me. Because, so far what it's offering I kind of already got with things like handheld gaming and mobile gaming, the cell phone, or even the Switch itself. Like, what it's offering, I can already supplement with those. But then I guess the main draw is being able to play the games that it has, and then the interconnection between the devices is like the only, like, you're still playing the ability to play the game in any device. Like, it's kind of like you're playing on all of them. Like, I think one way to describe it is like you're playing it on all of them at once, but one at a time. Kind of like how you play the Switch on the screen and then you put it in the dock and then it's on TV. Where it's sort of like that, except you just turn off the TV, but then you turn on your, like, say, your iPad, and then it's on there, almost like as if you were always playing it on there. Your progress on the TV is completely switched onto that, as if you were taking the Switch out. It's not just with your iPad, but it's even with your computer and your phone. That sounds interesting, don't get me wrong. Very interesting, indeed, but that's my thing. I don't need that, though. I mean, I don't need to play video games in general. I play games because I want to. I just like playing video games. I play games because I want to. And when I play a game because I want to. You know, because they're just fun. I always enjoyed it. Ever since I was a little kid. I've been playing games ever since. But yeah. It's just not for me. It's just not for me, really. I don't need all that super high-tech stuff. And then there's the games that it's offering. I won't lie, the Cthulhu one is very, very interesting. The moving game, Get Packed, was it? It looks nice. I don't know. It looks like a fun multiplayer game. I don't know. I have to see more of that. And if any of my buddies online, if they ever want to play with me, ever want to play it, then I don't know. Sure. I don't mind playing that game. I guess it looks like something I can have fun with buddies. Other than that, not much else really stands out that they showed. Because they showed some other games that I already have from other consoles. I mean, like the Division 2, I'm not interested in, honestly. The Final Fantasy 15, I already have that on the PS4. I don't know what else they showed. But, basically everything they showed, I don't really have an interest in getting. Except for the Gylt, Gylt. That looks interesting. It reminds me of Paranorman. Like a mix of Paranorman and Coraline. Do you like this stuff? I am curious about that. But then it's honestly kind of similar to the case with the Epic Game Store. There's they have some interesting stuff. I mean, I can't say I agree with the whole exclusivity thing they do. But I don't know. I guess it's just it, though. Like that Hades game, I like it a lot. I do want to try it out, but then I don't know. I don't want to have to keep switching between Steam and that. I don't know. It is worth thinking about. But I'm just not sure what are the ramifications for that. It's something to really think about a bit further. But yeah. Outside of that, though, there's the case of. It just goes back to the case of guilt. I don't know if that'll ever be put on anything else, like on Steam or on other consoles. I don't know. To say it would be a bad idea for the Stadia to have exclusives, no. I can understand them having exclusives. Because Nintendo has exclusives, obviously. It's not even just their own IPs, which are mainly the main sellers, the main draw to Nintendo in general, their own IPs. And even PlayStation has exclusives, even Xbox has exclusives. So since this is basically a new console that Google's trying to get on the action. A new player has entered the console wars, or a console, even though calling it a console is very questionable. But I don't know. That's what it looks like to me. But yeah, a new opponent has entered the arena, the Stadia. I don't know how it will last. I don't know if people will get it because it's Google, but I don't know if that be the case. Maybe I'm misjudging there, being mistaken. I don't know. As far as me and my relationship with Google, I mainly just use it for this search. Really, I don't know. Let's just say I have a rocky relationship with Google. I don't hate Google, but then I don't trust Google. At least not 100%. I'm very, very skeptical of it. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, I won't lie though, some of their services have come in handy. I don't know if I want to count YouTube. But let's say aside from, I'm gonna, just for now, just for the sake of some sort of clarity, second party, like second party services or joint services like Google, like YouTube. I mean, doing that directly Google, to say, like the name and stuff, like Google Maps. That's the only thing that's really outside of the search engine, of course, which is Google Maps and the Street View. Such as if I want to portray a certain area in my stories and whatnot, I don't know what it looks like though, and so on and so forth. And I can use the Google Maps or Google Street View and help me know what it's like there. Without actually being there. Even though, if I may be really honest, I'd wish I would actually be there, because there's only so much the Street View can show you, that the Street View can do, where the Street View can even go. So you're still very constrained and restrained, as far as where you go in that. And then apparently some places are blurred, censored maybe. I don't get why, but that happened in one of my let's call it a reference journey. One of my reference journeys through the Google Street View. Whereas it's just better that I just it really makes it to where it's I'm better off just going to these places and taking pictures than just using this. I mean, this is I won't say it's bad. I'm not saying it's helpful. Because on the contrary, it's done me quite a bit of good, especially when there are people who contribute their own pictures and 360-degree stuff, and publishing them on Google. That helps me. That looking through those help widen the. Okay, back again. Maybe it's because I'm too loud or something, and it's causing it to malfunction. I don't know, but yeah. Let me just finish up my little tangent. Yeah. But yeah, Google. I don't trust it that much. I only trust it for very, very few things. But do I trust Google overall? Honestly, not really. Not that much. Not in a, they're always, I don't know. I'm starting to question that. Even in the case of them always watching you. Okay, maybe not always watching you, but I don't know. They seem to always have an idea of what you're doing, I guess, considering. But just looking at some of the ads they show you. You know, after some of the things you've been doing and how strangely they relate to each other. Maybe not that strangely. I don't know. I don't care. That's not what this is about. This is about Google Stadia. My thoughts on Google Stadia overall. Interesting. Pretty fancy. But it's not for me. I'm not interested in it. I don't need what it's trying to offer here. And as far as want, I don't really want it either. Because I'm already very content with what I have so far. Like, I'm content with the Switch and its portability, even though I really take advantage of it. And even outside of that, I got a 3DS, I got a I got a PSP, I got a DSi, Nintendo DSi, I got a Game Boy Advance SP, and a Game Boy Advance. So I got plenty of options for portable gaming. I even got a mobile phone with the only 2 mobile games I ever really play. But yeah, that's it really. That's all I ever really need. But even then, I rarely play games portably as I used to anymore. I mainly just go out, because when I go out, I usually go to places and enjoy myself wherever I'm at. Like I eat and stuff, like check out restaurants, or I just take in the view, go on a nature trail and stuff like that. Or hang out with buddies, just do things with buddies. And even then, it's not guaranteed they bring their console. Some of them have Switches too, and it's not even guaranteed they have any. So, but yeah, but even when they do, and they let me know beforehand before I go anywhere, I still may not bring mine. But I don't know, I guess I'm saying portable gaming, yeah. It's not like I'm over it anymore, but I'm not as into it as I used to be. But then I can understand that that's not the point. But then, what is the point? Because it all just seems very novel to me, honestly. That's my thing. It just seems very, very novel to me. Like the Switch, like as far as playing, I can understand playing games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, even though I'm not into that game or Assassin's Creed in general. But like, just for example, getting to play that anywhere you want. But that was, and that's my thing. I never needed to play that anywhere. Like, I guess even back then, it wasn't necessarily the thing of, like, say, Super Mario Galaxy. I wanted to play Super Mario Galaxy wherever I wanted. My thing was just, as long as I'm playing a video game, I'm fine. So, again, all I need is just one out of the games I could play anywhere I go. Even if it's, like, a mobile game, like Fire Emblem Heroes. As long as I have Fire Emblem Heroes and I can play that wherever I go, that's all I need. That's all I need to be content. Or at least back then, that's all I needed to be content. Even if it's something more retro, like a Game Boy Color. As long as I have that Game Boy Color and a game I like to play on it, that's all I need. Like Pokemon Red. As long as I have Pokemon Red, that's all I need. My thing is just playing a game. Or at least me back then. It's just, as long as I'm playing a game, I'm happy. I don't mind waiting to come back home to play Super Mario Galaxy. That same goes for indie games like Devil May Cry 5 or Cuphead. You know, I play on PC. I don't mind waiting to come back home to play those games. And just, and outside of that, just the case of being able to play those games on my phone or my PC, or I don't have a tablet, but just if I did, then that. It doesn't really appeal to me. It doesn't really attract me that much, if at all, really. I don't know. Even if it's just on one device, if I'm able to play the games I want to play, that's all I really care about. Even if I can only play it at home, or even if I could play it, or even if I did have the option of playing it wherever, I just don't need it. If you're into that thing, if anyone else is into that thing, that is perfectly fine. I don't mind. But I'm just saying. So yeah. So am I going to buy a Stadia anytime soon? It doesn't really look like it. It really, really doesn't. I mean, hell, I know there's a Shin Megami Tensei game on the Xbox, but then I don't know. It still doesn't make me want to get an Xbox. So, like, say if Shin Megami Tensei isn't enough to get me to make me get an Xbox, then I doubt it would make me want to get a Stadia either. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe depending on what it is, they may make me want to change my mind. I don't know. My main case here is it looks interesting. It's fancy and all, but it's not for me. It's not my thing. I'm already content. What it's offering, I don't really want to need. Because I either already have a variant of it and I'm content with it, or I just don't want it or need it. Not to down it, not to slam it. Of course not. I'm not downing it and slamming it in any sort of way. I'm not saying it's a bad console. Although, I have heard things about its pricing, and I can't remember all the details. All I know is it's too much money that I'm willing to shill for it. You know, I already got a Netflix account that I'm paying for, as well as some membership things that some yearly membership things I'm paying for. I do not want to add too much money. I can kind of want to keep a cap on it. I'm gonna figure out some kind of cap limit for that. There's no way I'm gonna let myself spend around $100 over membership and subscription stuff. No. That's why I prefer just say when it comes to something like After Effects. I don't have After Effects. I'm either torrenting that or just straight up I'm gonna just spend the money for a lifetime license and just stick with that. But yeah, that also reminds me, there's something else about the Stadia outside of the pricing. Oh right, I guess this is another thing that actually does also hurt it for me as far as the Stadia goes, such as everything just being so internet centric. Now don't get me wrong, I use the internet as much as you can expect anyone else to use it. To say that I truly rely on the internet, I don't know, I guess that's my thing. I try not to rely on it as much. Especially because there's no guarantee you even have access to it all the time. Such as when a power outage goes out and stuff like that. So, it's the case of being prepared, basically. Because one in a million chance to say the internet goes out. Then what do? You see a lot of people in society so reliant on the internet that have kind of forgotten how to live life without it. I kind of want to maintain a good level of skill in doing things without the internet, even if it's information, which is obviously going to be much harder than finding information. But hey, I still like to know how to look for information outside of the internet, such as going to the library. Hell, I'm probably one of the few people who still like to own physical books and read out of physical books. So, yeah, that should tell you a little something there about me. But again, it's just a matter of being prepared. But I wouldn't even say it's about that. This is about that. Just indeed the case of it's all indeed exactly the case of it's all being on the internet. So for me to be able to play these games, I must have an internet connection. But indeed, What if the internet goes out? Or not even just that. What if the broadband is very, very weak? What if I have very, very bad internet? Whether it's just inherently like that, I'm in a bad area for internet, or I just have a lot of people using that very same internet. That broadband is stretched too thin to really give me that great of a quality connection. How will that affect the game? How will that affect that stuff? And it's like, it makes me gravitate to just have a console or a PC. This is what makes stores like GOG, .com much attractive. Because I don't know if you can play some Steam games offline. I think you can. But yeah, it's like, I think with that site, you buy the games. It's not connected to Steam or any other store, and you have it there. I think you can only re-download it a limited amount of times across different PCs, but you have it. Excuse me, you have it there forever. Basically, I don't mind that. Even though if you really want to keep it, then the amount of space it uses is going forever too. But my point is, to always be connected to the internet like that, I think it's going to be too much of an inconvenience to be able to just play a simple game when it comes to exactly how efficient one's internet is. I don't even have an Ethernet. I do want to invest in one though, but I don't know. Maybe it's selfish thinking in a way, but I shouldn't have to be able to even get it. I shouldn't have to be forced to get Ethernet. I shouldn't even have to be forced to get Ethernet to just be one of those games like the Cthulhu game. But I don't know. At the end of the day, that is my opinion. That's just me. But still, I don't think I'm into that, and I see it being brought up on the concept of cloud gaming, and frankly, I can't say in general I'm a fan of cloud gaming, in general, or rather, no, I won't say that, because I didn't even try cloud gaming. So yeah, I take that back. I'm not gonna say I'm against cloud gaming. I don't even know what it's entirely like. I've never tried it. But then, I'm not really hard pressed to try it either. So I don't know. As far as that goes, I just have no opinion on it. I have no comment on it. I just, as long as I'm able to play a video game, that is all I care about. As long as I'm able to play video games, that's all I care about. I'll be fine. That's all I need. But yeah, always having to be connected on the internet just to play a game. I don't like the idea of that. That's one of the things that hurt me continuing playing Overwatch. Because all that game is, aside from not only by the fact that it just being straight up multiplayer, you can't even play it if you don't have it. It would have been nice if there was some local aspect to it. I can imagine them being able to do that, like how older games, like split screen and stuff. I think they could be able to pull something like that off. And I hear there's some rumor out there about Overwatch 2. Maybe more people play that. Single player. But yeah. My thing is, to say that's a deal breaker for me. Like, say if I were interested in it, if it was a deal breaker for me, it'd be a close call. It'd be very in between. Because, I don't know. I just don't know. Moreover, what did I think of the presentation? It was nice. And what I think about Stadia. It's okay. By the looks of it, it's not my thing. Okay, I'm gonna stop saying that. I said that over and over. I just realized I made that point already. But yeah.
I can see... I don't know. I'm not gonna make predictions about this. I have no idea what to really make of this Stadia. But all I'll say is it does seem pretty fancy, semi-futuristic in a sense. And other than that, I am just genuinely curious to see what comes from it. Will it be enough to really compete with Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft? We shall see. So with that, I shall. So, this is the Game of Thrones. This is my commentary thing on EA and the Stadia. And next time, I don't know, whichever comes next. But I hope you enjoyed hearing what I have to say, or learn something, or I don't know. I kind of want these to be sort of like discussion, so who knows? Maybe in the comments section or something. Let's get a discussion or something. I'm down for that. I'm down for that. It shouldn't just be amongst me, but whoever finds this and stuff, just start a conversation. But yeah, with that, I shall end this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I shall await your next visit. Sounding more and more like good. Fuck it. Just fuck it. Just fuck it. I'm the gamer from the goddamn slaughter, baby. I say whatever I want, end it however I want. I await your next visit.